Oh man.
Welcome back to the Lit Conversation Podcast. We are your hosts, Twaskie and Big Ish.
What's up?
Yep. First of all, we want to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Second of all, y'all can see we got 2 additional hosts today. So we finna have a real juicy conversation about something, right? But before we do any of that, y'all know how we do. We get in and we take a good toast to a good old lit conversation.
What y'all drinking?
Tequila.
No. I'm Hennessy over here. Sapphyre, what you drinking?
I got my Douce.
All right, because these motherfuckers with this tequila is just ridiculous.
I love me
That's
some
horrible.
tequila.
That's horrible. All right, so you know how we do, jump straight in. All right, Big Ish, what you got in your news?
Man, Happy New Year. And it was a sad start off for 2025. In New Orleans, a man drove his truck into a crowd of people, killing 14 and injuring 30-something folks.
14.
Then he jumps out his car, starts shooting, and the police kills him.
I
So
know
they-
he was
I don't
shooting.
know he started shooting.
Yeah, he
Oh yeah,
started
he was on a
shooting.
rampage. They did you see when they went to the Airbnb? He was in I think he was in the 8th ward. He had like explosives, like he was
Yeah.
on warpath.
My God.
Yeah, he had explosives
Fucking
around
explosives.
Bourbon, and they seen the cameras of different people looking at him, and they thought they was involved, but they was like, no, they don't think they was involved. They was just looking at when the explosive was at the on Bourbon Street. They was just looking at him or whatever. But they said he did this shit by himself.
He acted alone.
I don't think so, but okay.
Well, I don't think so either, and I'm very curious. I still would like to know what was his motive. Like,
Well, I read somewhere that he was going through a divorce and he was having financial issues.
what the fuck they got to do with us? Do that shit in Texas
Mhm.
when he was
That's
at.
right
Like, you
there.
had to
Right.
come. Like, what they got to do with us? You could have went to Times 12. Not saying that it would have been better, but it was pretty
Well, you should just blew your brains out.
correct.
Yeah.
Like, you specifically targeted New Orleans. like, what did we do? You did your wife from
And
New
he was
Orleans?
from Beaumont, Texas, too, right?
Yeah, he was.
Correct.
I feel like it's something with that military, and no offense to the military, but they
Oh, no,
said
absolutely.
and you know, he said that he was like military till the day he died. So I see a lot of, I've been on TikTok, I'm guilty, but it's a lot of speculation from New Orleans neighbors, and they're saying like they feel like it was some an order, basically.
I can believe
Yeah,
that.
that's why I feel that he didn't do it alone.
Yeah.
Well, I know that
And
they
they just got caught.
Flag and
raided
all
his
that
home
other
too.
stuff.
They raided his home in Beaumont. I haven't really looked into all that, but I agree. I don't think this was he had a motive. Whether he acted alone or not, that's to be determined. But it was definitely more than he's saying.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
it is
terrible.
terrible. And then in another news, we got in Vegas, the man blew his brains out. Well, first he blew his brains out, and then he had a bomb in his Cybertruck, the Tesla truck. They think those two incidents are connected too. I don't know if they are or not, but it's pretty weird.
The New Orleans and the Vegas incidents?
Yeah.
And what's so special about New Year's?
Yeah, because
like,
this
why
boy
you
here
never
was a
decide to
military
do-
dude, too, right?
Yeah, he was a
Why y'all
military
go
dude.
rogue
Yeah.
on New Year's? Like,
But see, that's why I don't like to go out in crowds, especially like for the holidays. Because when you out in crowds, that's when people like to target things. So
me and Shay was just talking about that. Like, we purposely don't go nowhere on New Year's Eve because of shit like this. Like, I would rather be indoors. Like, the last 3-4 years, we've been inside with our loved ones because it is. It's the same thing with Mardi Gras. Like, I love Mardi Gras, but that is an open invitation to lose your life.
Yeah,
And it shouldn't be, but that's the reality.
That's nasty.
yeah, that's
That's
yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
But the explosion only killed him, right?
Yeah, no, it killed one person. It killed another person and injured 4 people.
Okay,
Mm.
okay, okay. I ain't know if the one person was him or somebody else. Okay. That's nasty work.
It
It
is.
is so
It
sad.
is. We
So
can't even buy bullets without being segregated. How these people get explosives and all this shit,
Yeah.
and y'all the FBI, y'all supposed to be watching all this, right? Like
right,
it don't make sense to me.
Well, see, they be having badges and access to certain things, like they get clearances
right,
and
because
stuff.
they
So,
both was in the
Correct.
military.
Most
So
of and those are the issues. So again, it doesn't matter who did it. Like these could be regular civilians. You have to come to the realization that they got their equipment from someone who
uh,
was, who had the ability, who had the clearance, who
right,
was involved. Like it's always gonna go back, but then y'all gonna make sure those people are taken care of and they're protected, and we're not.
Right.
no,
Right.
I think 10
we
of those
definitely not.
14 people, 10 of those 14 people were people that were at work. Like coming from somebody who worked for years in the French quarters, like we literally fight for our lives every day when we go to work. Like there's not enough money that they could pay you to deal with the shit that you have to deal with on Bourbon Street. I promise you. Like
Yeah, it'd be a lot.
it is a lot. Like the shit that I experienced working on Bourbon Street, you could write a book.
What?
I
It's
believe,
normal. Oh, it's normal. I done found
and I'm
dead
in the
bodies.
Bourbon Street, but I believe it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
I know
it
the
was
believe it.
terrible.
story.
I believe it too.
And they bag that shit up and keep on going. Like act like don't nothing happen.
Like nothing never happened. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got, Big Ish?
Did you hear about Joe Biden? Not Biden, Button, Joe Button. What he did?
Yeah. I
I
already knew
think
that
that man
story.
gay. I don't know what the storyline
Well,
is,
no,
but
there is
I just need to say
no
that I
begging,
think Joe
but
Budden is
allegedly
gay
I
as
feel
fuck.
the same way.
Yeah, I think that man is gay as
Why
fuck.
you think he gay? Why you think he gay?
Because he slept with a lot of men for one.
Well, see, I
He
didn't even know that
admitted to
part.
it.
Where you get that
I didn't even
from?
know that part,
He
Why
but
you put
admitted
that out
to
there
it.
like that, huh?
He admitted to it.
No,
I
you
know you
didn't. I
lying.
watched
Yes,
Joe
he
Budden
did.
faithfully, man. No, he was assing
I'm
off, bro.
telling
He was
you,
just
I'm
assing
telling you,
Look
I
off,
at
read
me.
man.
You about
that.
to say
That
that
man
you
was
see me,
assing
girl. Let me
off,
see this
man.
shit
That
on
man was
TV.
assing off. That man was just assing off. You
Mm-mm,
Damn.
mm-mm,
okay?
Not
mm-mm.
Joe
But y'all
Budden
did hear that
clapping the
story about
cheek.
Joe Budden, though.
Girl,
What
Joe
are you
Budden clapping
doing?
cheek.
He
He was he
he
he sleepwalked too.
he was arrested for lewdness behavior after allegedly tried to enter a neighbor's apartment naked.
So you
So
He
see
was
he,
that?
sleepwalking. Yeah, he was sleepwalking.
Oh,
Do
Yeah,
you
he's done
see
it
Joe
many
I
Budden
times
don't.
said
before
that he's
too.
bisexual, so he did admit to being bisexual.
No, that was a joke. That was a joke on his podcast. I watched every one of them podcasts. That was just a joke.
No.
That was just a joke, and some people just took it and spin it. He had to come on the podcast
I
and
do
clear the
think that
shit
that
up.
man is gay just because he has had shit is too personal for him. Like his views on certain things, a heterosexual man will not be that involved. He's very sassy.
Okay.
oh yeah.
He's
Well,
very
He's
sassy.
very fancy.
yeah.
He's very
Yeah.
sassy. Yeah.
Listen, he might be. I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
know
don't know.
that's your homie. I ain't even trying to do it to you, but he's sassy.
You ain't trying to make me think my homie gay.
I mean, listen, we accept people as they are. Now, if they
What?
can't accept themselves, that's on them.
We listening. We don't judge. Okay.
We listen and we
When
don't judge, but that
listening,
man
don't
judging himself,
judge.
so we can't help
Okay.
him. You know what I mean? Like he his
Mhm,
own enemy.
Yeah, he is his own enemy. I agree with you on that. He is his
Uh-huh.
own
That's
enemy.
that on that.
Yep.
Okay, well, we have a 19-year-old man being charged for attempted rape. Now, this lady left for, I think it was a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 3-year-old in the car. She went in the gas station, right? So the 3-year-old I don't know whether he had on a diaper or not, but the diaper wasn't on him. So this 19-year-old young man came towards the car and seen this 3-year-old with no diaper on. And when the mom was coming out, he seen him in the car with his genitals out. He was about to rape that baby. And the cops came and he did not lie. He was like, "Yeah, I was about to rape him." What?
He need to be
Yes.
thrown up under the jail. He didn't be executed.
decapitated. Both niggas
Man.
need to be decapitated because
Yes.
what the hell is wrong with you?
I agree.
The fact that you admitted it, you need to be
That's a whole
Need that
problem right there.
Mm-hmm. So he thinks that's okay. He admitted to it.
something wrong.
It's
If
crazy.
he don't
What's
need
wrong
to
with
be
these people,
excused,
man?
even
These
though
people
something
is
has to be wrong with
crazy.
him, he don't need to be excused.
These
No, he
people.
don't. Now he do look like something wrong with him, but
Oh, you seen a picture of him?
yes, he do look like something wrong with him. But
Ooh, so
I don't know.
3 years old, huh? 3
That's
years old. What were you gonna do with a 3-year-old? What the fuck were you gonna do with a
right.
3-year-old? I hate to hear them type stories.
Yeah, I do
And me
too.
too.
I
Me
don't
too.
like that.
Especially living in the country and the time that we live in, a bitch will fuck you for a pack of cigarettes. Why?
It's a fuck for
Do
free
you
these days.
need? You
Right, for
understand
free.
me? Like, why
Right.
do you need to take the
What
innocence of a child?
kids, man? Like, are you serious? What you doing?
yep.
Mm, I hate that.
I need a fan. Hold on, I need to get a fan, y'all. Okay.
I hate that. Where was that,
Yeah,
Mike?
I do
They say
too.
where that was at?
In Florida.
Florida got all the craziest people. Florida got the craziest
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't like that kind of stuff.
Mm-mm. I don't even like to hear
Like,
about it. It's not like I don't understand it. I don't understand none of that. I don't understand that. What in you can make you be attracted to a fucking 3-year-old or even
right,
want to do something to a 3-year-old? Like, these are babies that can't get nothing but what you give them.
right. But the sad reality is, it's a lot of them out there. Because
yeah.
I watched on TikTok, you know how you have these people who be on TikTok, be going around, walking around the area, just asking questions to people. This man asked a question to these people. The question was, if it was legal, how young would you, what is the youngest would you date? Without any hesitation, they say 10, 9,
And I would never
7.
even if I was one of them, I wouldn't answer that.
Right,
I would why would you even answer that?
right.
Why would you fucking have an answer for that question? For real.
Without any
That's
hesitation.
nasty. That's nasty. I don't like that. That's
That's how
nasty.
you know we headed the wrong way. Like,
We had the wrong way. And
I don't
we
think
won't
we're
turn
headed
around.
anywhere. I think we
no.
are where we've been. I think these things have been happening.
man.
But you know, like this, the old people always be like, you could tell you in the end of times. No, fuck that. This has been going on. Like, Ben,
It's
my
just more
grandma
open now.
was molested her whole fucking life by somebody that used to have Sunday dinner with them
Yep.
every Sunday.
Mhm.
Like, this isn't
Mhm.
anything new.
Yep.
It ain't nothing new, but you would expect in 2025, you would expect something different. It ain't nothing new, but you would definitely expect something different.
Well, I think it's worse now, Twaskie, because we're so bold. We are loud. We are.
You're very
We
bold.
are.
You're very bold.
You have
It's
platforms
more
for
Well, you
this
got people
shit. You know
selling
what
their
I'm
kids
saying?
now.
Like, we are repulsed by this, but there's a whole nother demographic and group of people that think this is okay. So it's going to be worse because it's more welcoming. Like, it's not welcoming at our table. Because I promise you, somebody sit across from me and say that just go ahead and put some money on my books. Make sure I got some oodles and noodles because I'm gonna empty my whole clip. Like there's no way. There's no way.
Right.
Yeah, that's some sick shit.
I'm gonna protect anybody's child. I don't even have to know that child's name. You're gonna die
Right.
from me. Like that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Damn. What else you got, Big East?
Well, then, though, that is the end of Big East news.
Is that the end of the news?
You can't win it.
on that.
You can't win it. You got all the wrong fucking topic.
Every time I turn around, you got one jump. What? This what you do. She slide her ass up here with that bullshit that make you want to drop a tear. I ain't gonna lie
And
now.
then be like, so y'all have a great day. Thank you. I'm done here. The fuck? You don't just drop that shit off and go skipping away.
Yeah, I thought you been throwing a bomb at me and run.
She ain't even running to Twaskie. That motherfucker skipping. Skip some balloons. Y'all go ahead on and deal with that. Like the
That's
here
terrible.
you go.
And she be too tilt.
Bro,
She be too
well,
tilt. Look at her.
if I gotta know it, you go know
You
it.
gotta know it.
And then you're correct. And then you know she nonchalant as fuck. You walk up to my, you just tell somebody, God just see somebody, blow somebody's brains out. Really? If she
Yeah,
gonna
they
go
don't
about
care.
her fucking business. She don't give a
She
fuck.
ain't gonna care. Moving
Okay,
all
Girl, you
slow and
gotta work
shit.
on
She
that.
don't give a fuck.
Because I'm passionate. I'm compassionate. Don't do that.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on because she on the line now. So let's go on and move on to the let's go on move on to the regular conversation because she on the line now. I don't even want to hear it.
I'm
All
not.
right, look,
I'm
y'all.
not.
This is what we finna do. We finna talk about astrology and if it play a role in dating in your dating life. That's what we
It
finna talk.
definitely does.
It
We
definitely
said,
does.
Mike. We said,
It definitely does.
yep.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Look how she's shaking her. Why are you shaking your head?
No, I ain't saying no. I'm just saying like I don't know because okay, so y'all be saying like it definitely do. I'm saying like, is it like a sign you won't date or like how you know type shit?
There are signs that you're least compatible with, and there's signs that you're really, really compatible with, and it makes life easier if you're compatible.
But I do have to interject that I don't think that there is a so people who don't know about astrology or don't know enough it's not just your sign. Like I think we get caught up on our sign. You need to know your birth chart, and that really does matter. Because I'm a Gemini, I'm typically not compatible with a Scorpio, but it depends on what else is in that Scorpio's chart.
Right.
You
Right.
a Gemini, Chels?
Yeah.
This girl here is too. That other one is too. I
Mhm.
should Gemini for her.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I read birth charts too myself. So yeah, you're right. Definitely.
And then unfortunately for Geminis, whether we want to believe in it or not, I think Geminis are probably one of the most textbook signs. So I always tell people whatever the fuck you heard about a Gemini, I mean, and it's not because I think it's cute. It's because a Gemini is a Gemini. Like if they told you we crazy, bitch, we is. If they told you, I think the most misunderstanding part is that we're two-faced. We're not. It's the fact that we could sit at any table. So we're multifaceted. We're not two-faced. I think Geminis are some of the most direct people you'll ever meet. But what I have learned is we're not for everybody because we mirror you. We intimidate you. So typically what you don't like in a Gemini is what you don't like in yourself. That's 99% of the time the problem when people say they don't like Geminis. Because if you're a bitch, I'm going to be a bitch too.
Yep.
If you cool as a fan, I'm going to be cool as a fan too. We instantly we could be around you for 20 minutes and know if you're a good person or not. And that's how we treat you.
When your
That's
birthday,
how we're
Chels?
represented as the twins. Like she said, we gonna mirror you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm June 2nd. I'm the worst Gemini. I'm a June Gemini. Yeah.
And yours in
I'm,
May?
I'm always on Kanye and Kendrick, okay? That's always where I'm at on the Gemini scale. If you ever got a, question where I'm at, I'm there. Yeah.
I'm guilty.
When your birthday?
When's your
Sapphyre?
birthday?
It's June 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all got the worst of
Words
the
do hurt. That's what I told Twaskie and them on the last one. I'll be like, my words, I try to filter them, but it's no way I can filter the truth when it comes to
But
even
we're
myself.
intentional. Yeah, we're
Even
intentional. So
myself, I'm gonna need a lot of
we could
truth.
try to soften it, but we still gonna get our point across. Like I purposely think about what I say to people so that I'm not as crass. But if I feel like it's fuck you, no matter how I put it, whether I put a bow on it or not, at the end of my conversation, you're gonna know it's still fuck you. Geminis are extremely transparent people and we're communicators. So the biggest thing for us is to make sure you know exactly how we feel when we feel it.
Yeah.
But let me say this, Twaskie and
I'm
Big
scared of
Ish,
Gemini.
those are air signs too. So y'all still kind of are in that lane of, communication and that airiness of that swiftness, and y'all got a mouth too. But like you said, as far as what make a difference with y'all and the Gemini is the fact that we can mirror and actually show people themselves, whether they want to see it or not.
Okay.
And that's why most of the time you hear somebody be like, oh, you a Gemini. I don't like Geminis. That's because a Gemini probably showed them a reflection of who they really are, and they didn't want to see it.
Every
Will a
time.
Gemini date a Gemini?
Absolutely, but it
I
be
want to.
a hot
I
mess.
have not. I have not, but I would love to.
I
You
did
ever?
it, girl. It's a hot mess. It's
So
a
you
hot
could.
mess.
He was trying to show you.
Was he a June or a May Gemini?
Well, he was a late Gemini, but he was. It was just a lot of game playing. It was a lot of, and I was only playing the games because he was playing them, and he thought I didn't know he was playing, so I
We
just
got
was
mirror
playing
again.
and
We got
playing.
mirror.
But it's a lot of game playing, a lot of it.
So I think most of the men that I know are May Geminis. Like my daddy is a May Gemini. My nephew and my daddy are the same day. My papa. Most of the men that I know are May Geminis. And what I can tell you about May Geminis and male Geminis, just period, is that male Geminis, unlike us, we're aware, right? So like I know I'm a bitch. If my intentions is to be a bitch, I'ma do it. Like that's the plan. I'ma see it through. The men Geminis, they're in denial. So men Geminis, please forgive me, y'all, this is personal opinion, but I think male Geminis display more narcissistic vibes than any zodiac sign I've personally experienced because Geminis, again, we're spiritually in tune whether we want to be or not, whether we know it or not. So like the male Geminis, they have the equipment mentally and like spiritually to manipulate any situation, as do we, but they do it solely for their benefit. Like there's no
For the
justification
phone.
for it. Yeah, yeah. They're
What's the
more
date? What's
narcissistic.
the date for Gemini? Like from what to what? Like
May
May
20, the
21st to
21st.
June 21st.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, okay. So y'all think that a person's zodiac sign pretty much reflects their personality?
Yes.
You gonna get the main, you gonna get a gist of who they are, but like she said, you need the moon sign, you need the rising, you need other signs to kind of determine how that sun sign gonna act. You can
Correct.
kind of, because it might, if it's a lot of water, I'm just saying that I know Twaskie don't know what I'm talking about, but if it's a lot of water with air sign, it's gonna be more so, yeah, I'm gonna be wordy and I'm gonna talk my shit, but I'm gonna be real emotional with it because water
Correct.
represents emotion.
Yeah. And that's me. So I'm a Gemini, Sagittarius, Cancer. I'm all over the place. I'm
Okay.
all over the place. Maisha, while she's sitting over there quiet, Maisha is a Gemini moon. So
Yeah.
Maisha, yeah, she that girl. So Maisha is more dangerous than me when it
Yeah.
comes to Gemini placements, but no one would ever believe that. Like a Gemini moon, everything that you know about Maisha is dead fucking on because a Gemini moon is a Gemini. And that is who she really is. So your moon sign is how everybody else sees you. So that's why that is extremely important. Aisha was supposed to give me your date of birth so I could do your chart. So I was supposed to do your chart because that is important. Like your moon sign, real shit will tell you most of
Whatever. I
everything
thought
you
you were
need
gonna
to
do my
know.
chart, but you said it was too long.
No, I can do. I said we can do the big three. At least you need to know because
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
you just know that you are your sun sign is a Libra,
Libra.
but you gotta. What's the opposite of the sun?
The moon? Moon.
Yeah, so if you know that your sun is important, you gotta know the moon is even more equally important as that sun. So you need to know not only just your motivation, which is your sun sign, Libra, that's your motivation. Your moon is your emotions. So your moon is what's hidden from, like she said, what's hidden from the public. That's what you truly are. That's what you are when your clothes off, when the lights are off. That's your moon sign. So it's the real dark side of you that
What's
don't
your
nobody
birthday,
know.
Twaskie? What's your birthday?
September 24th.
Yeah, it's definitely important to know the big three, which is your sun, your moon, and your rising. Now, your rising is the mask that you portray that you show everybody. So if somebody was to approach you and didn't know you, and they'd be like, you act like a Scorpio. And they'd be like, I ain't no Scorpio, but you might act like one to them at first glance or look like one, but that might be your rising sign. That's the mask that the world see when they look at you.
Right.
So listen, you can edit this part out, but I need to know your year and the time of your birth.
1965.
What time?
1975. I'm sorry. The fuck I'm talking about?
65. No.
What time? Please edit that part out. Fuck. What time were you born?
Oh my God.
How about somebody? Your friends with your mama? Friends? What is happening? Shit, you look good for your age, girl. You look good.
Well, let me take me a sip on that one. I said 1965.
With confidence. It was the way you didn't hesitate that took me.
No.
What
Like,
time
I'm
Twaskie?
wrapped up in what the fuck y'all talking about, because I'm still on her saying that if somebody come up to you and they say you act like a Scorpio, like, why is that on me and not on you?
Well,
Because that's
we
the way you
about
see
to
me.
figure it out. What time were you born?
5:15 p.m.
Mm. We got a lot of PMs, huh? Or is that for Charles?
Not us. Mary got her children out the way early. I was born at 9:25.
No, I'm PM, but I'm early PM. Two.
Correct. You before 3. My
Mm-hmm.
mama said she was.
Oh
she
yeah,
wasn't
I'm a
born.
night baby. I was born on full moon.
Oh, you dangerous. Oh, you is that. Oh,
Girl.
you is a
What you
dangerous being. Fuck.
Was she in
So
Chelsea?
Twaskie,
What
where
you say
was you
she is?
born?
Look, I would hate to tell you where my Lilith is at. My Lilith placement.
Huh.
You gotta tell me.
Oh.
So Twaskie, what city were you born in?
It's Greensville, huh?
Yeah. Greenville, Mississippi.
You was a dangerous somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I try to hone it in, y'all. Try to hone it in.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
It ain't for you to hone in. If
I
they
know.
get that version,
Don't even
if
do
they
that.
get it, they
No,
get
I
it.
know.
Like, it ain't shit you can do about it. I can tell you that.
I ain't.
And
Let me change
then
this
I got a
20
Sagittarius moon and rising.
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord.
Sagittarius, moon, and
Gemini
rising.
sun, Sagittarius moon and rising. So that's sister signs all day.
So yeah, we both Sagittarius moons.
Yep.
That's dangerous in itself.
Yep.
Because Sagittarius are assholes. And I'm definitely an asshole.
Yeah. I know I'm an asshole. That's why I be saying I be trying not to be, but it just fall out.
It just
I don't
fall out,
try. Like I don't
huh?
try. So I get it. Don't even have your fucking city. I'm gonna just put Mississippi because they say Greensville don't exist.
I wonder if mine
Hey.
do.
Okay.
Well, my phone ain't gonna
Okay.
I'm curious to see what her rising is.
Me too. And I'm
Nah.
low.
She got
I'm low people now. It gotta be water.
All right.
Like
so
her,
what you think?
her
What you
rising
think?
has to
What
be
you think
water.
our moon is?
Y'all
Probably
know I'm
What you
sitting
think
fire.
right
our
here,
moon
right?
is?
Y'all know I'm sitting right here. I'm
But
right
you don't
here.
know it.
I'm
Girl,
right
but
here.
so you want us to have a conversation with you, and you just told us that you don't know anything about it. So what you want us to say? So we're trying to help you out. We're trying to give you a roadmap. You know?
she trying to take it all in.
Me and Silk.
One of those signs is Virgo.
So anybody want to guess what her moon is?
I can see some Virgo.
All right. Let me see.
Look how she looking. I'm tickled.
I mean, like my whole family was Virgos.
Pisces.
My whole family Virgos. And we just days apart
You
in
didn't know?
birthday.
All right, I can get 2 more tries.
What, did you
Scorpio.
have a first try? What's your first
Yeah.
guess was,
I say Pisces. He said
I'm
no.
gonna say this. I could definitely tell why you two are friends. I could definitely see why y'all friendship works.
Don't cut your eyes, Maish. Don't cut your eyes to both sides. You heard her. Don't fuck cutting your eyes for. Or don't cut your eyes.
Well, see, she know both of y'all charts, so yeah, she can see what I can't see.
As soon as you figure out this moon, you're gonna understand her moon and her rising. Her and Maisha mirror each other.
Cause she said
And
Aisha got a Gemini moon, so that means Twaskie got an Earth moon. She got a
It's a
water
fire
moon.
moon. It's a fire moon, huh? You said no?
She got an earth moon. I don't know. She got an earth moon.
Taurus.
Oh, damn.
And she act like it. She do. And her
Come on,
her
Taurus
rising
moon.
is
Yeah.
Aquarius. Aquarius. And ironically, I don't give a fuck how you feel about zodiac signs. You need to spend this year learning about it because you have Libra in 4 different placements in your chart.
What's
And
up, Venus?
that's Leo.
Leo Venus. Yep, I can see that too.
Yep.
So what's in her ninth house though?
Oh, and you a real nigga out here. Your whole chart is mostly masculine. I just need to say that. Let me see your 9th house.
What?
Don't feel
My
bad.
chart is
I got one
mostly
I'm the least
masculine.
masculine person.
Like,
What?
yeah, my chart is
Right.
extremely
I'm
masculine.
the least masculine
Right.
person.
Not according to your
Masculine
chart.
don't mean manly, Twaskie. It
It
means
don't. It means
assertive.
how you show up in a room.
It
It's
mean what?
assertive.
Yeah, it's
It
how
mean
you
what
show up
now?
in a room.
It means your assertiveness. The masculine is the
Oh, okay. Assertive. Oh, yeah. Okay,
and the
okay. I was
feminine
gonna say.
side is the receptivity that you have. So the
Okay.
receiving end, and then the masculine is how assertive you are.
Okay.
Who asked about the 9th house?
Yeah, I was trying to see what
Okay.
she had in her ninth
What
house.
do you think it is?
Do she got a planet in her, or she don't have nothing in it?
She don't have a planet in her 9th house.
I figured that. That's why I asked about it. That's why she don't care about astrology because
But I
know she
also
probably
don't
don't
understand
believe.
because
She
although she
probably
don't
don't
have a
believe
planet,
in. She probably don't believe in reincarnation, but in a past life you mastered spirituality. So that's
I
why
do
your
believe in
ninth
absolutely. And I
house.
reincarnation,
was
though.
about to say she doesn't have a planet because she has one of the strongest um signs. She has Scorpio in her 9th house.
It's not playing me. I'm the strong one on here.
She don't know. That means no, ma'am. That means the complete opposite of what the fuck you
That's
think.
your
Okay.
spiritual house. That's your
Correct. So
spiritual house.
that means you got a water sign in your spiritual house. So it's not that you don't believe in astrology, it's that you have conditioned yourself not to believe.
Yeah.
Whether that was in your previous life or this one, it's because you know what it is.
You
Like
know
water
exactly
signs,
what it is. So you
absolutely.
choose
Water
not to
signs,
believe in
especially
it.
Scorpio.
It's not
Scorpio is
that I
like
don't
the
believe in it. It's not even that, though. I
You
just
don't
don't know
care
anything
about
about it. I
because
never even bothered. It might have been my 5 years since
so
I've been around anybody talking about that.
this. When you
Okay.
have a house in your chart that's empty, no planet is in it, that
Okay.
means you mastered it before in another life.
Oh,
You
before I
mastered
knew about it. Oh, okay.
before
Well, yeah.
this life. You lived another life where you was probably a
Right.
pastor or a priest or something.
Okay.
You was a holy person and you mastered that shit. So now that house is empty, meaning it ain't nothing really to work on, but it's a lot to work on. And she said it's in Scorpio. Scorpio is a sign of transformation, rebirth, and death. So you probably mentally done killed that shit, and you need to be transforming your mind in, like she said, diving into it.
I was
And it
about to
ain't
say,
got
I
to be
think so.
time. It just needs to
For
be
me,
like an esoteric version of spirituality. Like,
yeah, I think Scorpio being in your 9th house means that just everything that she says. But I think is Scorpio's water signs tend to run. So as emotional as water signs are, they try to hide it. Like
yeah.
I typically call water signs like the baby bullies. Like they're emotional as fuck, and to hide it, they become assholes. Like the way that they cover up their emotions and their knowing is by being an asshole in one right or the other. Your assholeness may be your choice of ignorance. Because I think that you know what astrology is. I think it is one of those things where out of sight, out of mind, because you that girl. Like, I'm not gonna deal with this by choice because it will be easier to not deal with this by choice. Your whole chart says that. Like your chart is quite interesting to say you are a person that don't believe in astrology.
What let's not say astrology. I'm gonna say the occult, Twaskie. The occult means
Right.
dark hidden knowledge, right? You are supposed to be tapped into dark hidden knowledge. It ain't gotta just stop at astrology. It can be anything esoteric, anything occult, anything that's really taboo, because this is all things that Scorpio represents. Taboo stuff that's hidden in the dark, stuff that people don't like to talk about.
Correct.
So with that being in your spiritual house, it's like the occult knowledge is something that you could probably do well in.
So am I somebody who? What did you just say? Everything you just said. Am I somebody who unemotional? I think that's what Chelsea said.
You're not. You are actually a person that's full of emotion.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you choose
No,
not
but you
to
said
dwell
something
on.
about they like to hide their emotions,
Right.
right?
You choose not. Yeah. You choose not to dwell
You
on it. So
mask
you.
them. You
Yeah.
mask them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You mask. So look, depending on where your Mercury is in your chart, you probably could do certain things like read tarot and stuff like that. You know what I
She
mean?
definitely could.
Okay.
You could probably like you could tap into dark knowledge and use that for your benefit. You probably just would be scared to do it, but you could do it.
So again, your Mercury is in your Libra. You have quite a few placements in Libra. That alone. So when you have what is it called? When you have multiple placements in one sign, I forget what it's called.
Helium.
I have it. Maisha has it too. But I could literally tell you your whole life if that's what I'm focused
Yeah.
on doing.
Yeah.
And you can also tell your own. So if there's places in your life that you are stuck and it's not making sense, nobody's gonna be able to give you that answer but you. To sit up here and tell you right now that I could read your chart, I could pull out every fucking deck of tarot cards I have. There's gonna be answers that only you will be able to give yourself because you are like literally put to do that. And you have to open that door. Everybody can't read everybody. So again, I feel like I could typically read people. I could read the room. I'm definitely spiritually inclined, but there's just sometimes you're gonna get a closed door, and that's because that person hasn't done their work. It has nothing to do with you. Like you gotta do the work.
Yeah. And that's what people be scared to do, doing the work.
It's scary.
It is. It
It
is
is
very
scary
scary.
because you tend
But
to
it's
figure
so
out some of the
beautiful
things
at
you
the
take.
same time. It's a beautiful journey. And if you lucky enough to find somebody who done been on that journey to hold your hand while you go through yours,
Mhm.
it's even
So
better.
you've been on that journey already.
I'm on it. Like,
Oh, you
and
on
it
it now.
never ends. It never ends.
Yeah.
But you just be further along than other people. And you can tell
Okay.
who be scared because they can't even confront certain things, certain triggers, and it be certain things they can't even touch. You know, like it's the Band-Aid, they ain't ready to rip that Band-Aid off yet.
Really?
So it ain't nothing you can
But
do
there's
about
no
it.
excuses. Yeah, there's no excuses. You can't blame anybody. I think the hardest part of your spiritual journey is that you can't blame nobody. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame like there's nobody. When you are on that journey, the goal at the end of that journey is to take full responsibility of where you are and who you are, and that's the hardest part for me. I think that's the hardest part of that journey.
That's what
Um,
be too, yeah. That accountability be hurting like a mother.
Because
Ooh,
I could sit up and give you a whole bunch of scenarios and blame a whole bunch of motherfuckers, but the way that journey, the shadowing of yourself is set up, it's gonna show you that however a person treated you was because of you. It's gonna show you that whatever situation you was in ultimately was because of you. So it strips you. It strips you of that crutch. Um, and you get to a point where you be like, okay, I can see that. Um, and it's hard. It's
yeah,
hard. It's worth it, but it's hard.
yeah.
Well,
But
you
with
already been on the journey, Chelsea?
I'm on it. I'm on it. I hate that we say it
Or
this
it's an
way because I
ongoing
think
thing. That's
I
right.
was
It's an
about to say
ongoing
I
thing.
think it's a lifelong thing.
it's yeah,
It changes the way you live. It changes the way you view things. So like me today, somebody could do me really wrong before I accept their fault, I am pulling that shit apart, trying to figure out what I did. And I say it's ongoing because I'm now on the extreme opposite of it. I get angry when it isn't anything that is my fault. So like if something has happened in my life or transpired in my life and I cannot hold myself accountable, I am livid. I am pissed. That is extremely hard for me to tolerate these days. And it used to be the complete opposite. I've never had a victim mentality. So I always felt like things happen for a reason, you know, because of something. I refuse to believe that someone had that much power over me. So now when you realize that there are some people who are sent in your lifeline and your time zone to shift shit, it's frustrating because bitch, how dare you? Nobody's supposed to have that much control of my life. Like that's what frustrates me. But I think it's an ongoing journey. But I do think that especially in this day and time, like we have so much access to so much information. I don't think that we're preparing people correctly for the spiritual journey and what that shit really entails. And we look at astrology and we think that's just one side of it. It literally starts peeling back like a fucking onion. Like there are levels, there are things that you will not believe, until you experience it. Um, the religion part, like, we always damn Christianity and all of those things, and then you grow up and you realize the role that it played and how all of these things tie in together. One of my favorite arguments is to argue with a Christian person about like voodoo and astrology, because I promise you I can show you it all goes together within 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can pull out scriptures on that, and they be
Oh,
hush.
well, the whole book of Psalms is spells. I actively practice hoodoo, and I'm pretty fucking good at it. And I can tell you that the whole entire book of Psalms is spelled. It's
Spells.
spell work. I can tell you that Proverbs is spell work. I can tell you that if you really pay attention to the Bible, so one of these things I seen on TikTok, the lady talking about how she doesn't believe in astrology. Be Simone, this dumb bitch. So yeah, this
Everybody.
was one of the most validating things for me in 2024 because she was cracking a joke, and this goes to show you that you don't play with God. Whoever you think God is, you don't play with him because you are cracking a joke, and the exact scripture that you quoted was a scripture that relates directly to tarot and astrology.
It sure did. She
And
talking
a
about
person like me, like a person like me, I wanted so much to be that person that was in church fucking speaking in tongues and backflipping and shit. I read the Bible like 4 times. I promise you there's anybody who is at this level of their spiritual journey, people who practice hoodoo, people who practice voodoo, any of that shit, we know because we searched all of that before we got here. Like there's a level of ignorance that you cannot have when you get to this part of your journey. And I think getting to this part of your journey is realizing that it's not one-sided. I will never down talk someone's religion or their beliefs because that means you haven't arrived.
Right.
So I think that's to me, that's the hindrance, is that we put ourselves in one box. And if you really knew, like my grandmother, I didn't know all my life the shit never made sense. You just do what they tell you, right? So Irma always used to be like, you sweep your house from the front to the back. From the back to the front. I'm like, well, why do I have to sweep it from the back to the front? That's because you got to sweep that shit to the curb. Everything.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why my grandmother preferred to use pine soil, because pine soil is one of the strongest
It is.
forms of, like it'll clean anything out your house. When we talk about the Bible versus like spiritual beliefs, they did all of that. Frankincense and myrrh, that's herbs. Like it's all tied together. It's just the fact that we're dividing each other, but the basic elements of our power, like we're the earth. People are earth. So every element of the earth is where our power comes from. Whether it's herbs, whether it's rituals, whatever it is. The hair. You can't pay me to throw my hair away. I burn my hair up every time it come out my brush. That was something I was like my grandma. We were raised in this shit. And we didn't realize it because my grandmother was also the one that went to church every fucking Sunday with these big old hats, sitting
That's
in the
true.
front row seat. So like
Right.
we didn't know, but again, that was one of the hardest parts of my journey was when I really started peeling this shit back and realizing this has been the makeup of who I am my entire life. And
Yeah.
it is so real.
It's real.
What's
I
that?
just think it makes life a little easier if you just try to embrace who you are as a whole. So your
Mhm.
birth chart, you just knowing that you are a Libra, that's only a tenth of who you are.
Right.
If
Yes.
you need all 12, you got 12 houses in your birth chart and each house gonna work differently. If you embrace that, you embracing the whole of who you are, and now you can never. Your birth chart to tell you where your money at. Your birth chart to tell you how
So
you.
we really Gemini because that's what I was looking to see where her money was at. I kid you not.
Yes, it's your birth chart to tell you where your money at. Like depending on where your north node is and shit like that, or where what's in your eighth house. Like your eighth house is other people' money, and your second house is your money, your everyday money, your bank account. So it
Okay.
depending on what's in them two houses, you can figure out what can I do to get money from other people to where my money good.
Mhm.
It'll show
Okay.
you. It'll show
Don't be
you.
okay. Don't be trying to. I ain't said nothing in 35 minutes. Don't even try.
But
Don't even
Because
try.
they're talking. That's why.
Anyway.
I don't want to
Anyway.
overtalk them.
Anyway. Oh, yeah. Listen,
It's
listen,
this
listen, listen.
Twaskie, and I know you probably kind of like, okay, I agree, y'all, whatever. But it really, you can use it to your benefit, even if you don't
Okay.
even never like. I ain't gonna lie, it took me when I started reading other people's birth chart. Like that's my little secondary or third dairy, fourth dairy, whatever you want to call it, little income. Like I do that for people, and because they be interested or they be trying to figure out like a transit right now, like what's going on, shit hard, like. I can
Mm-hmm.
look at it and tell, even like some people who be they be in denial about, like, let's just say you were saying, how can astrology be good for dating?
Yeah.
You can do a synastry birth chart to where you compile two people's birth charts together, and depending on where y'all planets and stuff fall in each other houses, you can
Okay.
tell how y'all gonna flow in this relationship. So like
Really?
you would I hate to bring yours up, but the
Yeah.
fact that like we found out you got a freaking Taurus moon, and I know
Mm-hmm.
Nikki got a Scorpio moon.
I can
Mm-hmm.
see that.
Our sister
Oh
signs, so
yeah.
y'all are
Yeah.
good together.
Y'all are almost soulmates on some shit.
Y'all are good. That makes sense. And then the fact that y'all both got air sons, that's why y'all
Uh-huh.
travel and do all that shit together like that. Like y'all just air going like this with each other.
This whole podcast. That's why you and Maisha. That's why
That's
y'all
what
can
I
sit here
told
and
her
do this.
last
That's
time.
why
I
y'all can
told her
be
that.
so intrigued. Maisha, my best friend, they love being my best friend love being around Maisha because Maisha always loves to have a conversation. That is an air sign. Like air signs want to know how you think, why you think it. We are typically more understanding than not. So air signs are the people you could walk in the room in your little fucking bunny costume and the air sign gonna tell you, go ahead, girl, do it. You walk in a room with some fucking fire signs with a bunny costume on, they're gonna be like, this bitch crazy. Air signs are more understandable. They're less judgmental and they're extremely passionate.
Yeah. Yeah. So that it definitely play a part when you with other people to look at it. Cause
Uh-huh.
you'll hear somebody be like, well, we supposed to be compatible with I'm a this and they are this. But it be like y'all, the rest of y'all chart clashing. Like y'all really want to kill each other. Y'all don't like each other.
Okay.
Y'all don't like each other. And then certain houses are hidden houses, which are like the 8th house and the 12th house. So let's just say
Mm-hmm.
my last relationship with what y'all call him, player fly, player C.
Player
Yeah,
C.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
see.
One
Player
I
C.
want to choke out. So I found that when I finally did his birth chart, like y'all, our birth chart, we almost was like, he's definitely a karmic in my life, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that lesson with him, that I've completed that cycle with him, but he kind of going through it because he was a karmic, but he was on the bad side of karma. So we just gonna let that be what it be. But he had his Mars, which I know this is Spanish, Twaskie, but he had his Mars sign, which is the sign of war, aggression. It's your action sign. It's what drives you. It's ruled by Aries. His was in my 12th house, which is my house of things hidden, my dreams, things that I can't see. So he was doing stuff thinking that I wouldn't pick up on it, but my dreams told on him throughout the whole relationship. So I'm the crazy one because I'm gonna come to you with my dreams, and even though you trying to figure out how the fuck would you know this, I know it.
Know it.
And I think it's funny you brought
There's
up
nothing
12th
that he
house.
could do. And then I got a Scorpio 12th house, so that don't make it no better because
Can I tell you what Twaskie 12th house is?
what?
Capricorn.
Oh, so she Aquarius rising. She Aquarius rising. Wow. Okay. You what the fuck? How's your big three is air. Your big three is air.
So what that mean? What that mean?
Well, I just know your 12th house
roots
being Capricorn means you dwell on shit a long time before you are okay with being done with it. You are a person who the disappointments sit with you heavy. Like you are not you don't do well with disappointment, no matter how big or how small, and that's unfortunately that's your downfall.
That's your downfall. The 12th
Because
house
you're, I mean,
it's like I said, it's hidden and stuff. It's like self-undoing. Stuff that you would call
that's
yourself.
Yeah. So what?
Stuff that you would do to yourself to make your own self, like self-sabotage.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, the 12th house and the 8th house, them are the scary houses. But I actually love them houses. But it would only make sense because I have an 8th house stellium, which I have like 4 planets in my 8th house with my Lily. Yeah. So
your 8th house proud, right?
My Mercury and my Mars is in my 8th house. So that's on my, like, thinking about death and dark shit all day. That's normal for me.
Red.
That's normal. I know. It sound bad, but I don't. I got a balance. I got a good balance.
Yeah.
Do you want to know where your money is at?
Sure.
Your money is in Aries.
Oh wow.
So it's basically gonna be what you're doing. It's gonna be your entrepreneurship. It's gonna be you're gonna have to face all of the shit we just talked about. To get to it, but you definitely will be a millionaire if you do it, if you do the work. But your money is it's there. It's in your shoe.
So I see some homework.
And you don't like help, so you need to work on that shit. And I don't know shit about you. I don't know you from a can of paint.
Some homework, y'all?
Please. Please.
Twaskie.
Give me some homework, huh?
This is gonna be the simple one. We gonna start real. I want you to just pull up, not the birth chart, but the birth chart wheel, right?
Birth chart wheel. Okay.
The wheel.
I'll finish it.
12 houses. I want you to just learn what the 12 houses are. That's it. I don't want you to know nothing else.
That's easy.
12 houses and what they represent, and just get familiar with that. Because then what we gonna start saying, look, if I'm welcome back on a podcast, I'm gonna start, throwing little planets at you, and stuff gonna start falling in line like, oh shit.
Okay, so learn the 12 houses in astrology and what they mean.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm do it.
That's it. That's baby steps. That's that baby step. I just want you to know what the birth chart is, so that way, when it's time to learn the full you gonna know what's far where.
What far where? Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Bet.
She gonna clap.
Wow. Damn. What the fuck? Like, what is
I
this?
don't know.
It's
Twaskie
so
birth chart is lit off of shit. Like I don't know what your reservations are, but
lonely.
yeah, you are. But it's useless if your ass ain't using it. I can tell you lit. But if you're not acting in these placements, you're wasting good energy, and I feel away.
So let me ask the question, Chelsea. Where's her? You said she got a stellium in Libra. What house is her Libra in?
She have Libra, girl, fuck everywhere. So she got Libra Mercury. She have obviously Libra Sun. She have Libra Pluto.
And they all
Libra
in which
is.
house?
I'm gonna go to Will.
But you got your Pluto in Libra. What the fuck? You got
correct. She got a lot of air. Period. Because she got Gemini in a couple placements too.
Do she have any fire?
Not much.
You don't ask no questions. You ain't said nothing in 48 minutes. I ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Hey,
So
that
no
fire. That's
fire.
her person. You got some fire somewhere because you masculine
Yeah,
rule.
because she got Leo, right? Then you said she had Leo.
Yeah, she got Leo.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder which house your Libra in, because that's gonna tell you something else.
This is terrible. This is all terrible.
Like y'all, I
Why is it terrible?
got an 8th house stellium, and then I got a 1st house stellium. So
What's stellium? What is that?
When you have multiple placements in one
house.
house.
Okay.
So you got a Libra stellium, but we finna see what house that stellium is in.
Okay.
Hold on, it keeps sending me back.
But all that stuff
Sapphyre,
now.
why she looking that up? Let me ask you a question. Why she looking that up, dog? Have you ever not dated somebody because of they
zodiac sign.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna say no. Well, yeah, I have, but back then I tried. I was doing it, and I knew I shouldn't have been doing it, and it was biting me in my ass.
So it just and it didn't work out either, right?
It didn't work out, and it's like you knew it though. But that was before I got the deeper I got into looking at synastry birth chart, which is what I was saying. You compare two together. The more I was able to. It's in her 8th house. You fucking kidding me?
I am not.
Wait a minute, come back. Where you going?
Come back.
Where she at? Come back. Where she at? Come back. What?
You can do tarot. It's Scorpio rule. That's the same thing as me. I've got an 8th house stellium. I do tarot. I do birth chart readings.
You got Libra. You have Libra 4 times in your 8th house.
And see, I got Cancer 5 times in my 8th house. So I got a double water 8th house, which is full of intuition and, the dark, it's full of like me being able to, I can really like, I have all the clairs in the world, clairsentient, like you probably got a lot of clairs and you dismiss them.
What's
Well, that was gonna be my question. So
you dismiss
why do you not care about astrology? I don't want to say that you
I never.
why do you?
Y'all keep saying
what are
that
your feelings and why? That's what. So what are your feelings and why?
Let me back you up 3 steps because y'all keep saying it. I don't care. I never said that. I never said that. I never said I ain't care. I said I don't know nothing about this shit. That's where I'm at with it. I just don't know nothing about it. It's not that I don't care. I don't know. Out of sight, out of mind. I don't listen.
So that goes back to when I was saying you got an empty 9th house. You have an empty spiritual house, which means you mastered this shit. But now you over here in this life, and it's telling you, it's screaming, "Hey, we need you to tap in. Like it's something else you need to do over here on the dark side." dark don't mean you evil or nothing like that. It's just mean you carry such a light to where when you go down there, you'll be able to bring the stuff that's hidden to the light.
Okay.
So if, like she said, you got millions sitting in your Aries house or your money house, but you have to do the stuff you don't really want to do to get the money.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the stuff that you kind of dismiss. Like I said, you probably got hella gifts. You probably I'm claircognizant. I be trying to dismiss and say, nah, like that ain't what that was. But it
She
always
got a mouthpiece. Like you could look at her whole chart. Like so, why she got a mouthpiece? Like that's where her money is.
No.
That's where it's
So
at.
you need
Like
to be tapping into anything of the occult, and that's a broad spectrum. Yeah, it can be anything, and with that being so that mean if you got a Libra 8th house, that mean you have what's the sister sign of Libra? Oh shoot, it's hold on,
I was about to say
Aries.
Pisces.
So you have an Aries. Is it Pisces?
I thought it was Pisces. It could be Aries. Let me see.
Now, yeah, because Libra rules the 7th house and the 1st house is Aries. So you have an Aries 2nd house, which is your daily money, which is entrepreneurship, like she said. So you definitely could be using dark occult practices to get everyday money. It's basically what that says.
Okay.
And you can do it by this podcast because that's in your chart too.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It'll take a whole hour to tell me all this good stuff.
Well, you still didn't answer my question. My question was, how do you feel about astrology? So you told us that it was out of sight, out of mind.
I don't feel no way. I don't feel no way. Like, I can't tell you how I feel about it because I don't feel no way about it.
So have you ever just, if somebody read you your horoscope, do you be like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this shit, but fuck it? Or do you take heed to what they say?
No, I would listen because I gotta know something about it gotta be right. Like,
So,
regardless of what I do, something about it gotta be right, huh?
When she get familiar with her birth chart, she gonna be all in, y'all.
Yeah. Well, her birth chart lit. Like,
So that's what I'm saying. When we start her off with the baby steps, when she learned this chart wheel and what's what and stuff start lining up, because then we'll place her planets in each house and she gonna be like, oh,
the
you
fact
got
that
to do this.
her north node is
It
in your
probably just
ninth house,
explain more.
that speaks volumes. Like her birth chart is lit.
Yeah.
Your north node is in your ninth house. That's major.
So you supposed to be fucking preaching or doing spiritual, girl. Twaskie, I'm gonna.
People gonna put me out about that church preaching. I'll tell you that. Everybody gonna be a son of a bitch.
No, ma'am. Everybody got a following. Everybody got a following.
No.
Everybody has a following.
Your north node mean that's what you supposed to be doing any goddamn way. That's your north node. That's the direction you going in this.
I eat this podcast. Again, all that shit gonna play back to what you are doing. I'm really proud of y'all for tapping into it because something is telling you that this is supposed to be. But respectfully, y'all should have did this a long time ago.
Right.
Like this, and I know for Gemini, my top 3, this my year. So Gemini, Cancer, Sagittarius, this gonna be a really big year for us.
I'm ready.
Am I? But all of the air signs, majority, like this is gonna be a major year. Like this is gonna shift some shit. I think the last 2 years for Gemini was our this was our hard truths for like in personal pain.
It's strict.
Yeah, the last 2 years it brought us to our fucking knees, and this is about to be the winning season. I think that's the case for most of the air signs though. And then you have Gemini, I think like 2 or 3 times in your chart, so you should be feeling some of this shit. The fact that Gemini is Mercury, and I think Gemini is your.
Oh, so Mercury is in its rise. Her Mercury.
Yeah, I wanna let me see. Her Gemini is
Because if your Mercury is in Gemini, that means that's good because Mercury rules
Her Mercury is
Gemini.
in Libra. Her Mars is in Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you should have felt some of this. Like,
Yeah.
again, it's been hard for air signs the last couple of years, period, just because it's peeling back. So all the shit that we tried to cover up, we didn't have a choice but to be exposed. I think once you become more familiar with your chart, it'll make more sense. For wherever you are in life. But I just know, like, your future successes and your money, all that shit is gonna come from everything that you haven't been dealing with. So again, you just out of sight, out of mind for zodiac. My biggest advice to you would be to change that immediately. Baby steps, whatever that look like for you. I think Sapphyre gave you a really good assignment because that's where it starts.
Yeah.
Curiosity kills the cat.
Period.
Just based off of your birth chart, I know that you are not a person that's gonna be like one page in. So once you look at that wheel, she knew what she was doing. Because once you look at that wheel, it's gonna make you go look up other shit because you're not a person that's just gonna be number one. This whole conversation probably annoyed the fuck out of you because you don't like us knowing more about you than you know about you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just throw that out there. I don't know shit about you, but that is how that's what your chart would say to me.
Yeah.
But I also feel like just from looking at your chart, like you're an inquisitive person, so you're gonna want to know what all this shit means. Because Chelsea and Sapphyre is not about to sit up here and be in my business, and I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Exactly.
I don't
So I
look at
think
it
that
like
was
that, though.
that was so.
You,
I don't
but
look at
you
it like
know,
that.
once you look at this wheel and see what each house represent, you gonna naturally want to know the rest. I promise you.
Yeah, so you are an
I'm
engaged,
just saying
you are
what
an
Chelsea
intuitive
said.
person.
Y'all ain't about to sit up here and be in my fucking business. I don't look at it like that.
Yeah,
No,
I don't look
oh
at it
well,
like that. Like,
your
no, I
your
like
chart.
it. I don't look at it like that.
Well, kudos to you because your chart says otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't. No, I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it like that.
So
I
it should
don't.
be an easier
Well,
process for
she
you.
might be a little bit more open minded for the simple fact that she has so much air.
I was about to say, it's that 12th house though. I think you
Yeah.
hit it dead on the head. Like I think unfortunately Twaskie dealt with all this shit in her previous life, and this was supposed to be the life where she put it all to use. So it probably isn't that big of a deal because instinctively she already knows.
Well, that's true. And then too, her saying your north node is in the spiritual house, meaning like the direction that you're supposed to go is in your spiritual house. Your south node automatically tells us what you're comfortable doing. South node means what you mastered in your past life. So now you naturally know how to do it so well to where you fall back on that because it's comfortable, but you really need to be doing the north node.
Okay.
So you'll make your big money in your south node, yeah, but you can make even more money if you follow your north node.
Okay.
So then the fact that you only have your north node, which is not really a planet, they don't look at that when a regular person reads your birth chart. They'll look at your north node, but it's not really a planet; it's just a direction. So that'll you don't have a planet there, meaning it's empty. So you really already know that shit. You like she said, you need to use it. You need to remind yourself of all the knowledge that you have because you got it locked in you. You just need to remind yourself of it and then start applying it. That's all it is.
Okay.
And it can be whatever. Whatever spiritual don't mean preach. I just said that. Spiritual house is anything. It could be Buddha or whatever you decide to do. And I know I'm not a religious person, but I'm super spiritual because I feel like people who be religious, they be too much in a box. Like you can't experience experiences of spirituality in this box. You got to come outside of the box, and that's what spirituality is.
Yeah, I don't think air signs just don't do
I
well.
agree. So
box, like
yeah, not at all. But yeah, you definitely once you start diving into you got to look information from us tonight, and you definitely gonna keep going. Look, matter of fact, I'm gonna text you an app to download. Nikki got it. Go and download that app so you can look at it.
Okay.
You can look at it.
Okay.
But now just start with that wheel and then you'll add on later. You'll just slowly add on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Yeah. What you got to say? You over there looking like a Wisconsin Badger. What you got to say?
You.
Nothing. Look
They
at her.
they are correct.
Oh,
She talking
that's
about we
terrible.
don't.
I
They
just
are
seen her
correct.
tilt.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Yo, well, these people that spent the whole episode reading me down. I like.
That was my whole goal because I was told
I
you
like it.
was. Yeah, I was told you was the option. You wasn't, you
Uh-huh.
wasn't.
Look,
So
What
I
you
was,
was told I was what again now? Tell me again what you told.
Should have look at
I was,
mine.
I was told you wasn't here for the astrology. So that was personal. That's like telling me my child ugly.
It's not okay. Okay,
You
I
explained,
can
you explained it. You explained it, but I
yeah.
came here
Okay,
prepared otherwise.
okay. Okay.
But
Yeah.
you cleared
She
it
like
up.
she
I
needs
mean,
you to know that it's real, Twaskie. She just
I
wants you
am
to know that it's
definitely,
real.
yeah, I'm definitely picking up what you're putting down. And it
Mhm.
makes sense. I mean, if it's not something that is a part of my everyday, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm neither here nor there for it. I get it. Um, but if I could say anything to you today would be to just get into it, whatever is comfortable for you, because it's going to benefit you. I think as far as relationship wise go, you got that down. But I think your money and your fortune and fame is gonna be hella bent and hella important on you learning how to work your chart. If that I think that's the best way I could put it.
Okay.
Because there's no one size remedy. Like the original question is the dating part. You can't just say, "Oh, I'll never date a Scorpio," or "I'll never date a Sagittarius," or "I'll never," like I can't say that because
Okay.
for me, it was me getting to know my chart, like know who I am. I do really
Okay.
well with Sagittarius. Traditionally, Gemini and Sagittarius probably not so much, but I am a Sag. Like my moon is a Sag, so I'm just as fucked up as they are. Like those things became really important. Like it did, it became really important. Your Saturn, Saturn is typically like your love. So just certain shit you got to figure out. But just looking at your chart as far as your money go and your future go, you will benefit greatly from at least learning how to work your chart to your benefit.
Because she said work your chart. Because even if you don't want to apply the fact of using occult knowledge for gain, if you know how to use your chart for your own benefit, it'll still work the same way.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. I like it.
It'll
What you
still
got
Alright,
to
so
say,
what
Big
is your
East?
rise? What is
I enjoyed y'all guys and y'all was spot on.
your rising? You are a Gemini moon, and what's your
Cancer.
what's
You know I'm a Cancer rising like you.
She's shaking her head.
Listen, me and my sister are very similar, and I used to just chalk that shit up because we mirror children, but our birth charts mirror each other ridiculously.
Yeah.
I feel like if Maisha wasn't my sister, I would have probably tracked her down in this life because she was supposed to be in my life.
Yeah.
But
Don't track
I
me
would chalk
down.
that. You're not leaving me, nigga. But I would
Me and
chalk that very,
Maestro.
very. Yeah, we're very similar. Very similar. People be thinking we retarded. Y'all, I have to tell this story because Shay always bring this shit up. Shay was like, man, I feel like if people meet Maisha, they wouldn't know how to take her. I'm like, I don't think they would either because Maisha don't take shit seriously, right? So my uncle died on New Year's Eve. We are at the funeral, y'all. Now I'm going to take my responsibility. I am a drug head, so I gave my sister an edible.
Uh-oh.
Y'all, we is sitting second row at a fucking funeral, okay? My uncle is dead as a doorknob. These people is doing the service. And my sister, who Maisha is an amazing big sister, y'all. I swear to God, she is. So if there's if there's a hard situation for me, I would be like, I need you here, my sister coming. I feel like I could be so small with my sister. I feel safe with my sister. However, okay, we are sitting in this service and there's a preacher. It's one of them Tyler Perry movies. Maisha, you gotta send to Twaskie so she can insert it for the people at home to know. But there's the Tyler Perry movie where this man is preaching, and exactly how this shit went in the movie is how it went at the funeral. So Maisha's sitting on side of me, my cousin is behind me, and Maisha is fine, y'all. She's okay. The man gets his wife to start speaking, and we all look up because this lady is so loud. Like, where this bitch get a microphone from? She didn't have a microphone. Her voice was just projecting that loud. So now I'm looking at Maisha. I look back at my cousin, and we all like, what the fuck? Within 2 seconds, I look at Maisha. Maisha is dying laughing. I turn my head to the left, to the right. Maisha is now crying and laughing.
At
My
the same
cousin,
time.
what? My cousin is behind me. He like, is Maisha okay? I'm like, I really don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So then I'm like, are you okay? Do you need anything? And just like she is now, she is dying laughing. And she like, I don't know. Hey,
Mhm.
what?
That's her favorite thing too. I hope.
I
I'm
don't
talking
know.
about she is bawling, crying, but
Yeah.
dying laughing at the same time. And every time I think about trying to explain my sister to people, I think about that moment because I don't even know what the fuck happened in that moment. But that was true, Maisha Farm.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Ooh, got a lot of air.
Yeah,
Something else. She got a lot of air.
a lot of it.
Well,
That's your people.
we appreciate you. We appreciate you, Chelsea, for giving us an hour of your time. And Sapphyre, she ain't on here, but I know she hears. We appreciate Sapphyre for giving us an hour of
I
her
had,
time.
so I had to get my charger.
Oh, get your charger. And yeah, it's a good conversation. We're gonna come back and do we're gonna have y'all back and do some more conversations.
Please email me. Text me your email address. I'll send you your birth chart.
Okay.
I always have
Okay.
fun with y'all.
Yeah. Well,
It was
we
nice to meet
appreciate
you,
y'all.
Chelsea.
You too, Sapphyre.
Biggie, you got anything you want to say? Is it anything you want? I'm talking about anything you want to say.
Anything? No.
All right,
Besides
thank y'all for
that I had a great time.
You had a great time listening, huh?
Yes, I had a real
Yes.
great time
Oh, I'd be so over you. I do.
because I am a winner. A winner.
Yeah, y'all check us out on the next episode again. Happy New Year. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for subscribing. Thank y'all for watching. And we'll be back in 2 and 2.
Happy New
Absolutely.
Year, y'all. Bye.